In every global institution, there is someone who watches the world move. Someone who understands money the way others understand breath. For the World Bank, that man was Vikram Rao. Inside a cold, steel blue control room, monitors glow through darkness, CCTV feeds, financial dashboards, encrypted emails, all flashing at once. A single man, alone behind the glowing walls. Vikram Rao, 38, senior financial analyst. Eyes sharp, face unreadable, mind unpredictable. On paper, he is everything the bank wants. Quiet, disciplined, low profile. The kind of employee who moves like a ghost down the hallways. But beneath the silence, something else lived. A mind that turned numbers into weapons. A photographic memory that tracked every figure, every shadow, every hidden decimal. A moral compass long broken. He understood how billions moved, and he knew exactly how to touch them without leaving fingerprints. It started small, a misallocation in an African development budget, $2.7 million unaccounted for. Anyone else would have reported it, filed a correction, and sent an email. Vikram didn't. Instead, he saw opportunity. $80,000 quietly rerouted. A ghost subcontractor. A company that existed only on paper. A company he controlled. No one noticed. And something inside him opened. A dark door he never planned to close. A month later, a system update arrived. GATE, the Global Allocation Tracking Engine, promised transparency, speed, and control. But to Vikram, it meant power. Real-time access to billions, hundreds of programs, thousands of accounts. Each one exposed, each one vulnerable. He didn't blink, didn't speak, didn't breathe differently. But inside, the gears started turning. He realized a terrifying truth. He could move money without leaving a trace. For the first time, the system bowed to him. Power always casts a shadow. At night, he felt it. Paranoia creeping in, whispers in empty rooms, eyes where none should exist. He paced, checked corners, rewrote logs, wiped devices twice before sleep. But the 80,000 remained, untouched in a silent offshore vault, waiting, growing, calling. Temptation outweighed fear. Slowly, fear ceased to matter. Then came the first major operation, $4.2 million diverted from a relief fund. Earthquake hit regions, broken homes, lives at stake. He built a multi-layered pipeline. 3 fake contractors, 1 real NGO, 1 shell corporation, 5 paths, 1 destination. For the first time, he felt power. The world spun on, no alarms, no warnings. And Vikram Rao knew one thing. If he wanted to, he could rewrite how money moved across the entire planet. Every crime leaves a trace. And Mara Cohn always finds the ones nobody else sees. Mara, 42, internal oversight, precise and unshakable, spots strange timing gaps in gate activity, delays after midnight, small shifts in routing, details too odd to ignore. Vikram feels her attention immediately, a subtle pressure in the air. He wipes logs, scrubs devices, resets trails. Fast, practiced. But Mara still marks 1 line in her report. Pattern irregular, needs deeper review. The first fracture. Mara digs in. Her map of anomalies sharpens, lines connect, a shape forms. Nothing concrete yet, but wrong enough to push her further. Vikram works twice as hard to bury what she uncovers. A silent duel neither acknowledges aloud. But another threat is about to enter the game. One night, an encrypted message appears on Vikram's screen. We know what you've built. A European financial syndicate. They list every secret. Ghost subcontractor, offshore loops, hidden accounts. There's no defense, no escape. Their deal: protection for 40% of every stolen dollar. Their warning: refuse, and we expose you. He agrees. Survival, not ambition. Soon, millions move through his hands, then tens of millions. He's no longer operating alone. He's operating under a leash. During a late-night scan, Vikram finds a restricted file. Special allocation, level 7 only. Inside, $680 million. Untracked. Perfect, but fatal. It belongs to political power brokers, people who erase threats without hesitation. He hesitates, then takes $30 million. That single transfer seals his future. A week later, Gate locks him out. A new line of code appears, one he didn't write. Someone else is inside. He panics, spoofs fingerprints, injects decoys, misroutes budgets, frames another employee. But the noise only tightens the net. The syndicate's tone hardens. Faster, bigger, no excuses. A fixer begins following him. Quiet, patient. Paranoia takes over him. Windows all covered, changed walking routes, conversations with himself, control slips. Mara finally finds it. A timestamp glitch in a shell company route. Less than a second off, but enough. She labels it red. Probable internal misconduct. The syndicate calls at the same moment. Fix the mistake or vanish. Gate flags him silently. Vikram stands caught between Mara, the syndicate, the system, and the unraveling inside his own mind. When criminals sense the end approaching, they rarely run. Most try to make one final move. In Vikram's case, that move begins just after midnight. He sits alone in a glass-walled office, Gate glowing dimly in front of him. A system he once controlled completely, now resisting him at every turn. His plan is simple in theory, catastrophic in practice. Reroute $150 million in one silent transfer and erase himself from every registry, log, and system that could ever track him. He starts the process calmly, methodically. Lines of code slide into place, the money beginning its slow drift through hidden channels. But at the same time, Mara sees the anomaly appear on her dashboard. A flash of red. A transfer far too large, far too precise to be anything except intentional misconduct. And on the other side of the building, a syndicate fixer quietly connects to Vikram's system through a portable terminal. No threats, no emotion. Just an expectation that the transfer will be completed. 3 pressures now converge on him. Mara tracing the movement, the syndicate pushing for immediate release, and the system destabilizing under multiple forced entries. Vikram initiates his emergency protocol. Not dramatic, just a series of irreversible commands. Wiping connected drives, shutting down international accounts, shutting off internal relays. The building slips into partial blackout. Alarms trigger automatically. The environment becomes unstable, but he moves through it like a man following steps he'd rehearsed 1,000 times. He tries to leave. Every exit is locked, each one shut by automated security. Mara and her team are already on their way up. The syndicate has sealed the way down. He ends up in the server floors, cold, metallic, humming with the low vibration of machines performing tasks far more patient than any human could be. He pauses, rests his forehead against a terminal, and mutters the same sentence he has used for years to calm himself. You built this system. You understand it. You can bury it. Then he initiates what investigators later call the Cascade. A deep digital purge meant to erase evidence, reroute blame, and hide stolen funds behind corrupted architecture. The result is total. The $150 million fractures into unusable fragments across broken nodes. The path he intended to use for escape erases with everything else. In destroying the money, he erases his own exit. Outside, the fixer receives the automated alert. The message is simple. The funds are unrecoverable. Just like that, the syndicate abandons him. There's nothing left for them to gain. When Mara reaches the server floor, she finds Vikram sitting against a terminal, hands shaking, eyes distant. The blue light from the screen flickers across his face. He whispers numbers, formulas, an attempt to reassert control over something long gone. Mara stands quietly beside him, not triumphant, not angry, simply recognizing the end of a man who collapsed under his own creation. Vikram is arrested without resistance. His demeanor is strangely calm, almost relieved. The missing funds are declared permanently lost. Mara's final report is clinical. Criminal motive? Unclear. Financial gain? Partial. Psychological factor? Severe cognitive deterioration. Later, in the small, soundless interrogation room, Vikram sits alone at the metal table. He stares at his reflection in the one-way glass and speaks to it softly, as if it's the only thing left that understands him. "It's all just numbers, and numbers obey me."